Okay, so the next step is to set up some test users on this account, and we want to set up these three here. So I'm just going to pop them into my notepad here so I can make a note of their passwords. Yep, so for the subscriber, for the member, and also for the member with custom capability, and you'll see what I mean by that later. And also just at the top of this list, myself admin. Okay, so that's going to be the new admin account that we're going to set up, which is not the super admin account. So for each of these we want a username and a password. Okay, so now first thing we need to do is go back into this this website to the correct login address. So that's this address here, wp-admin. That's generally the case for all WordPress sites. And so that's just going to take us to a login screen. And I'm going to use this username and password to log in. So let's see, boss teacher, and I'm just going to copy that. This is why it's useful to have a text file open, and while that's logging in, I might just save this to my desktop. So I can find it, because if my computer crashed at this point, I'd be in a bit of strife. Okay, obviously I'm going to save that somewhere safe later. Alright, so here's logging into our WordPress. This is the dashboard here, and as a super administrator. So I can just have a look at users here. Right, so there's just myself. Okay, and if I wanted to, I could generate a new password for myself. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add new users. I'm going to add 4 new users, and so I'm just going to record myself doing one of these, and then you can see that that's just duplicated for the others. So let's start with a subscriber one here. So I'm just going to call it test subscriber. Yep, so the username will be test subscriber, and the password. Okay, now I need to create an email. I need to nominate an email address here, but it doesn't actually have to exist. So what I normally do is I take that and just pop that onto my domain name, weddingstepsaustralia.com. You see, that email address doesn't exist, but it doesn't really matter. I could create that email address if I wanted to, but it's not really necessary, because we just want to use it to be able to install. Okay, now set up a user, I should say. Okay, so and an email address is required. Right, so subscriber. Okay, no website, show password. Now we want to disable this bit here. Show the password. Yes, I do want that password. I need that because I want to copy this over here. Now that's going to be painful whenever I'm logging in and logging out, and it doesn't need to be this strong because I'm going to delete this user later on. So I could just make a really easy to remember password here if I wanted to, just for the purposes of testing, but I'm just going to leave this here. We don't want to send the new user an email account. And what is the role of this? Subscriber. Okay, and we're going to set them all up as subscribers except for admin. Admin will be administrator. Everyone else will be subscriber for now, because we need to still install the membership plugin to give ourselves some more roles. So subscriber. Okay, so we just add the new user and then go through this process again for all of these others. So as I said, all of these will be subscribers to start with, except for this one, which will be administrator. Okay, so I'll just finish this process for this for this member, and as you can see, that's where they are there. Okay. All right, so you go ahead and do the same thing for all of these other accounts. Okay, so I've set up most of these now, and this is the last one. I'm just going to add this so you can see what I've done. Just remember to make sure you deselect this, otherwise you will need to check that user email account and confirm. This just deselecting this box just allows you to add new users without having to go through that process. Alright, so add new user, and now you can see all of the users that I've set up here. So this is the super admin, this is my new administrator account that I've just set up, and then test member with custom capabilities, and test subscriber. Okay, so what's our next step? Okay, so we've set up all these users. The next step is setting up some initial pages. Okay,